Units 1 to 3.
Homework.
Listening.
Hey, Brandon, what are you doing tonight?
Nothing really. Why, Maria? What's up?
I was thinking of going to Art Jam. Do you want to come with me?
What's Art Jam?
Don't you know about it? JAM stands for Jazz at the Museum, and it happens once a week. A jazz band plays music inside the City Art Museum, and you can walk around and look at the art.
Hey, that sounds cool. I love that museum. They just had a great anthropology exhibit, and I love their sculpture park.
It's okay, I guess.
Why? Don't you like the museum?
It's a little too traditional for me.
Really? I thought the building was pretty new.
It is. The building was just completed last year, but the art inside is really traditional. You know, just portraits, landscapes, still life, and that kind of thing. Everything there was painted before the 19th century.
Are you more into abstract painting?
Well, realistic art is okay, but it needs to be creative and original. That's what I like.
Oh, so why did you want to go to this jazz night?
Actually, I really want to meet the museum's art director. Their visitor's map needs to be updated, and I want to draw the illustration.
Hey, do you think I can talk to the director about my pottery collection?
Well...
What? Don't you think the director will like my art? Is it too traditional for you?
Yes, kind of.
Pronunciation. Listen to parts of the conversation again. Are don't and did reduced or unreduced? Choose the correct answer. 1,
What's Art Jam?
Don't you know about it?
2,
Why? Don't you like the museum?
It's a little too traditional for me.
3,
Well, realistic art is okay, but it needs to be creative and original. That's what I like.
Oh, so why did you want to go to this jazz night?
4,
Hey, do you think I can talk to the director about my pottery collection?
Well...
What? Don't you think the director will like my art?
Reading.
Murals through the ages. From cave paintings to the street art of today, people have always provided others with a snapshot of their daily lives and traditions. The first murals were made by the people who lived in caves. They decorated the caves with a variety of animal paintings. Over the centuries, signs of life were left by people through paintings on walls, ceilings, or other large surfaces. During the Mexican Revolution, murals were seen as powerful communication tools for social and political messages. Murals were painted to bring people together and express hope. Many political movements around the world were encouraged by Mexican murals. Today, mural art is used to depict communities, nations, and cultures. Murals are also used for advertising or simply to show a beautiful image on a wall.
Dog Vinci.
Dogs are smart animals, so they can be trained to do amazing things. They can round up sheep on a farm, act in movies, and guide blind people in the street. And perhaps surprisingly, some dogs can even paint. One such dog is Dagger, a black Labrador and Golden Retriever mix. In his early life, Dagger was training to become an assistance dog for people with disabilities. He was taught how to turn lights on and off, close doors, and hold things in his mouth. Unfortunately, he had some difficulties with feeling frightened and, in the end, had to leave the training program. Fortunately, he was quickly adopted by New York artist Yvonne Dagger. He spent a lot of time in Yvonne's studio watching her paint. One summer's day in 2015, Yvonne asked Dagger if he wanted to paint too, and he looked excited. So she put a brush in his mouth and said paint, and he did. Dagger, or Dog Vinci as he is also lovingly known, has been producing colorful abstract artwork since that day. Yvonne has been selling his paintings and donating some money from each sale to animal-related charities. So far, over 575 paintings have been sold and more than $135,000 has been given to charity. But Dagger has not only been spending his time painting, he's also been working as a therapy dog. He visits schools, libraries, and homes for the elderly and brings comfort and affection to the people there. Since he started painting, Dagger has become quite famous. He's appeared on many talk shows and news programs. He's also been featured in magazines and newspapers, and a documentary has even been made about him. Journalists, writers, and reporters from as far away as Brazil, the UK, South Korea, and Australia have all wanted to share his amazing story.
Graffiti is in almost every city around the world. In many places, it's not welcome. Street art can be ugly, angry, and rude. But it can also be funny, meaningful, and beautiful. Often, it's a mixture of all these things.
I'd say the best part of painting is probably you can paint for hours on end and you don't really feel the time go past. You don't really worry about anything, you just fix on the painting and what you're doing.
Meet Stan.
My name's Stanley Cush, or Stan Stiley. I'm 23 years old. I'm an illustrator, street artist and designer.
Today, Stan's in Bristol, a British city covered in street art. He's painting a mural that celebrates the city's music scene. A big artwork like this requires preparation. It'll take over 4 hours to complete. Luckily, Stan's been painting for some years.
First time I used paint properly, I think I was 15. That was in school.
Stan's painting on a special wall which was made just for graffiti artists. But graffiti is normally painted on public walls without permission. So why paint illegally on the streets? Can Stan explain why it's better than painting at home?
If you paint on a wall, you're forcing it into the public view. And it's much more powerful if it's in a busy place, like people can't ignore it.
A painting at home, on the other hand, won't be seen by a big audience.
Whereas if you're painting just at home, it's limited, it's sort of private work unless you can get it into a gallery or a similar space like that.
For Stan, and for many other graffiti artists, street art is about making a statement or supporting a cause.
I will start with an idea that will be inspired by things that I'm interested in or that I care about, or politics, music, social movements, things like that.
Stan has been working for over 4 hours and has finally finished his painting dedicated to the Bristol music scene. But it won't be there forever. It'll be cleaned away or painted over with something new. Graffiti is always changing. But Stan thinks one thing will never change: that people will always use the streets as their canvas.
Whether you like it or not, people are going to paint, people are going to make art because people are creative.
I'm happy with that.
As always, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. And before you go, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and click that tiny bell. And don't forget to check out some of our other videos on the channel. On to the next time.